City of Belton. Each year, the Belton Chamber of Commerce is kind enough to host the annual State of the City address as a chamber luncheon. This year, we collectively, as leaders of our community and out of an abundance of caution, made the difficult decision to virtually present the State of the City. First, I would like to take a moment to highlight some of what the Chamber does for and in Belton. They offer a platform to build relationships and provide visibility for Belton's business community with the opportunity for greater connections. They are a hub for and provide a wealth of information. Following the much-needed expansion of the License Bureau earlier this year, the Chamber was afforded the opportunity to relocate to 517 Main Street, right across the street from the City Hall Annex, and into a newly renovated, beautiful facility that better serves its membership, our business community. Their new facility allows additional services like training, educational programs, events, and similar venues to help our entrepreneurs grow. Congratulations to the Chamber on your new home as you continue to help businesses make their dreams come true. We are truly thrilled to have you across the street as our new neighbor. Now, I would like to welcome Diane Huckshorn, the Executive Director for the Belton Chamber of Commerce. Diane?
Thank you, Alexa. We couldn't be happier in our new office and the adjoining Meet Me on Main event space, all of which wouldn't have been possible without Mike and Therese Stegner, our landlord. Good morning, and thank you all for joining us. I'm Diane Huckshorn, a proud, longtime Belton resident, and going on 7 years now, the Executive Director for the Belton Chamber of Commerce. It is an honor to work with so many esteemed members of this great community, our fantastic Board of Directors, Lori Kirkland, my wonderful assistant, who I can't imagine doing this job without, and Renee Kirchhoff. For the first time, we are live streaming our event today from City Council chambers. We really miss seeing you in person as originally planned for our monthly luncheon meeting. We especially want to thank City staff for helping us bring you the Mayor's annual State of the City address, not just to our members, but to the entire community. Even through the twists and turns, ups and downs we have all encountered this year, the Chamber continues to strive toward bringing you the support you need, deserve, and have come to expect from us. Our office is open daily to assist you in any way we can. Please, don't ever hesitate to contact us. We are excited to see what the future holds for Belton, and we want to be a relative and positive part of the growth and progress. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce our board president and my dear friend, Karen Fletcher. Thank you.
Thank you, Diane. We appreciate the hard work, dedication, and compassion that you have for this community so much. And good morning to everyone. It is truly my honor to be the 2020 president of the Belton Chamber of Commerce. Thank you all for tuning in this morning, and thank you to Alexa and the city staff for making this meeting possible. Now, if you would please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
This year has brought so many changes to all of our lives. As always, but especially during this unprecedented year, we take the safety and well-being of our staff, members, our families, and the community very seriously. We are following CDC guidelines to the best of our ability, and we will continue to do so as we pray for a resolution to this virus. One thing that has not changed during the pandemic is our commitment to serve our members and our love for the community. With that in mind, due to the rising number of COVID cases, both locally and nationally, we felt it necessary to cancel all in-person chamber events for the rest of this year, including the holiday celebration in honor of the Chamber's 75th anniversary, and our annual member awards ceremony, and the induction of our board members for 2021. With Diane and Lori in the office and working with the entire board of directors, we're busy making plans for 2021 and beyond. We are very proud of the partnership we have with the City of Belton, and we look forward to continuing helping build a better and stronger Belton together. Thank you to the citizens of Belton, our 300 valued members, and many, many community partners for your continued support of the Belton Chamber. And at this time, I would like to introduce Mayor Jeff Davis.
Thank you, Karen. And you're so right when you state that the one thing that has not changed during this pandemic is our commitment and our love of our community. We're truly better together. And now I will present the State of the City 2020. Good afternoon. Wow, 2020 sure has been one of a kind. We have all had to learn how to adapt quickly in these ever-changing times. The State of the City as a virtual meeting is just the most recent example. Due to the rising COVID-19 cases nationally and locally, and out of abundance of caution, I am providing the State of the City virtually. Despite COVID-19, our city has been able to continue to grow all of our industrial, our commercial, and residential sectors, and added 3 major companies bringing over 2,000 new jobs. We are truly blessed. Thank you to the Chamber of Commerce for hosting this event. Extra thanks to Executive Director Diane Huckshorn for all that you do. She has done an amazing job through the COVID-19. She has continued to grow the Chamber and now has over 300 members. We have 45 new members in 2020. I would like to recognize and thank our county officials as well as the City Council members for their dedication and service. A big thank you to Alexa Barton, our City Manager. She has built an amazing team. The department heads are driven and committed to building a better Belton, and they continue to rise to all occasions. I would like to also thank the supporting city staff for their hard work, and we want to thank you for all that you do. Our city benefits from a great quality of life. Parks and Recreation continue to do a great job of making sure our city has family-friendly amenities. A big thanks to them for all they do. Our parks are our #1 amenity here in Belton. It has been a challenging year for the Parks Department, to say the least. However, they have learned how to adapt. Our city pool, with extra safety precautions, was able to open so that our families could enjoy their summer. That is pretty incredible. Anyone who knows me knows that I love the trails. Our park department has done amazing jobs on these trails. It takes a lot of work to maintain our parks and trails, so they do a very good job. Our Parks Department hosted many events and 2 theater in the park performances this summer, and I briefly attended both of the theater and the park performances, and they were very well attended. High Blue Wellness Center continues to find innovative ways to keep fitness fun and rewarding. The facility updated its look inside, added new equipment, and reinvented its group exercise classes during the COVID by hosting virtual group classes and to keep the community moving. Belton was one of the only cities in the metro to offer fall youth sports this year. I was able to go to a few of the games and watch the families enjoy playing sports on our facilities. Great to see the youth practice and play. I was overwhelmed by the amount of the out-of-state license plates I saw. Jay Kennedy, the golf course manager, is doing a fantastic job with Eagles Landing Golf Course. Rounds of golf were up 15% from last year. Wow. Golf is a great outdoor activity where you can have your space. Eagles Landing partners with the Youth on Course Foundation, which is a national program that makes golf affordable for juniors. The Youth on Course program participation increased by 400% this year, a sign of the times. Additionally, they hosted 13 tournaments, one of the most successful being the Chamber of Commerce recent Sunshine to Moonshine. And boy, was that a great time. A beautiful night, great community turnout. I got to ride around with Mike Stegner, owner of MSE Hardscapes, the title sponsor of the tournament, and visit with the participants. Our Public Works Department has been very busy maintaining and upgrading our city's infrastructure. And I mean that sincerely. A big thank you to our Public Works Department for all that you do. Our new Public Works Director, Greg Rokos, is a rock star. He does a phenomenal job. He and his team are visionaries and troubleshooters. I just love Greg's famous line, folks. We're going to make it happen. The former CB facility is located near Markey Park. It has been acquired and will become the new Public Works facility. You need to know that this location has been vacant for over a decade and needed significant attention. Our Public Works Department has been working to bring this facility up to current day standards, and the goal is to complete as much of the renovation in-house as possible, saving tax dollars. When you enter the facility, there will be a display showcasing the CB's history. Engineering, transportation, and water services will be housed there, and we are thoroughly excited for Public Works to have a centrally located facility. The street and stormwater bonds initiative was critical. Thank you to our citizens for seeing the need and voting in favor of these bonds. In 2020, Public Works completed Phase 2 of the street preservation project. They reconstructed and resurfaced 7 miles of residential roads, 3.25 miles of curbs replaced, and 45 sidewalk ramps were brought into ADA compliance. Approximately 13 miles of the road have been replaced since the passing of the bonds, and that's a big deal. Phase 3 is slated to begin in the spring of 2021. Stormwater bonds. The Cherry Hill Stormwater Project is nearing completion. The Allen Avenue Water Project is set to be completed by the end of the year, and the Hargis Lake Project is in the design phase. Water line projects. Those pesky water lines. We have had 21 water main breaks so far this year. We haven't got even into the cold weather. The red on the map shows the 1 mile of old cast iron pipe that was replaced and upsized with PVC this year. Take a good look at that. That's what your water goes through. This picture is an actual piece of the old cast iron pipe, folks, and we're an older community, and there is a lot of old cast iron pipe that needs to be replaced. Just drive around the city and you'll see the projects that Public Works is working on. In the past, former administrations have kicked the can down the road. No more. We've got to make a change. We need to continue replacing our old water lines. 2020 has presented unique challenges for our public safety departments. Our fire and police departments have risen to meet the challenges presented, and they continue to provide top-notch public safety. Our public safety personnel continue to make us proud. They are doing an amazing job, and please remember to keep them in your prayers. The passage of the public sales tax was critical. This year, revenue generated by the public safety sales tax paid for bulletproof vest for our firefighters, automatic CPR machines, auto defibrillators, an ambulance computer equipment for police, and 4 patrol cars. James Person, Chief of Police and Emergency Management Director, has done a fantastic job leading our community and keeping us safe throughout this pandemic. Congratulations and thank you to Chief Person for serving our community for 30 years. Recruiting has not been an easy task, and that is not just here in Belton, that is across the nation, due to the recent unrest. However, Belton Police Department has been successful and sent several civilian candidates through the police academy. Their proactive hotel motel tier program continues to be a success. This program has designed to keep our city and hotel guests safe while they're visiting our city. Recently, they held a DEA drug that take back event for the community. Fire Chief John Sapp has led the fire department through a difficult year. I want to take a moment to thank him and the entire fire department for their performance through this pandemic. The fire department has responded to over 5,000 calls already this year. 114 of those calls were fires. 296 were vehicle crashes. 4,658 were medical calls. Our EMTs are on the front lines of this pandemic. Continue to pray for their health and safety. Countless hours were spent on training and public education this year. One example of the public education, they recently had a citywide campaign on fire safety in the home. Personnel from both departments have been on call and were unable to take time off to best serve our city. Thank you to these departments for their sacrifice and their steadfast commitment to our community. Both our planning and building and economic development departments have done an amazing job utilizing their skills, hard work, and determination. This is proven by the exponential growth that we have experienced this year. In 2020, we've had over $72 million in capital investment and counting. And we've added over 3 million square feet of industrial and commercial real estate. Just look around Belton. It's getting noticed regionally and nationally. Industrial development of Belton's Southview Commerce Center has been the big story of 2020, attracting major companies like Progress Rail, a Caterpillar company, and Chewy.com was no easy task. These companies that now call Belton home are anticipated to create more than 2,000 new jobs. Chewy.com is e-commerce and is anticipated to generate $2.6 million in sales tax annually. This additional $2.6 million annually will benefit Belton significantly. COVID-19 has had an impact on our commercial development projects, but look at the diversity of business growth that we've experienced this year. The Casey's expansion and the opening of Five Guys are wins for the city. Hy-Vee is reinvesting $3 million into a remodel, which include a Starbucks and a Market Grill. Care Now, an urgent care clinic by HCA, has submitted plans to renovate the vacant Ruby Tuesdays and plan to open an urgent care and a rehab clinic, which is anticipated to be operational in 2021. Terrapin Care Station, located in the Twin Oaks Shopping Center, and that's at 58 North Scott, will be the first medical marijuana dispensary in Cass County. We know that small business has suffered the most this year. However, the spirit of the entrepreneur is unstoppable. The following small businesses have all chosen Belton's Main Street. Broken Hatchet Brewery is currently under construction and is located on the corner of Ellen and Main Street. Please welcome the owners, Brad and Kara Steele. Marcellus is a home decor store, formerly the Pierce Photograph building. It was completely renovated by mother and son pair Janice and Jordan Nastiff. They sell homemade furniture and decor. Meet Me on Main Street event space, owned by Mike and Therese Stegner, managed by the Belton Chamber of Commerce. We didn't have an event space like this before. It is well needed. As an old coach, you really know your city is winning when all sectors are experiencing growth and success. Residential development is the second biggest story of 2020 and is directly tied to the addition of 2,000 new jobs. Belton has issued 164 permits this year. adding 240,000 square feet of livable space with a capital investment of $30 million. Just in the last month alone, 800 new housing units were approved. Permitting and construction is slated to begin in 2021. These new housing units consist of Traditions Villas for seniors just off Mullen Road, a new phase to the Autumn Ridge subdivision, 147 residential lots. Carnegie Village continues to reinvest in our community, the most recent being their interior renovation. You just have to wait until you see it. It's beautiful. North Point Development, 322 units located at Turner Road and 163rd Street. Case and Associates, 306 units located at Town Center Drive and Markey Parkway. $78 million with the construction of the two Class A apartment complexes. Diversity of housing options is important to communities. These newly approved projects fill a void for housing needs of young professionals, families, and active seniors. Belton is being recognized throughout the metro as a hot market. We have all experienced challenges this year. As a city, we have been able to overcome these challenges by adapting. We all know that I-49 needs to be widened. We teamed up with Raymore and Cass County and applied for a build grant to widen I-49. Unfortunately, we did not receive the grant. We are not going to give up. We met with Congresswoman Vicky Hartzler to discuss the need. We will continue to work with Senator Roy Blunt and his office to work together to accomplish this very necessary need of infrastructure upgrade. COVID-19 taught us how to stay at home, although it was an inconvenience. It gave us the ability to reconnect with our families, which meant I had lots of home honeydews. The senior center was unable to congregate meals due to COVID-19. To fill this need, staff and city council have been delivering frozen meals to the seniors, and I am truly proud of our staff for delivering these meals to our seniors. Closing the wellness center due to COVID-19 changed our methods of being active. They gave families the opportunity to get outside and to utilize our beautiful parks and trails. Things to come. I think most everyone is aware of the state audit brought on by a citizen's petition. We are ready to support the work of the Missouri State Auditor's Office in carrying out this audit, and we will accommodate its findings on completion. Peculiar Drive Realignment Grant. The first phase of improving 58 interchange is the realignment of Peculiar Drive. We were awarded that grant in our beginning design phase and securing the right-of-way. That's great. Public Works continues to do their due diligence in applying for grants to improve our city. Recently, Public Works has applied for a Marked Transportation STP grant to improve the North Scott Corridor. The improvements will include the reconstruction of the street, 3 lanes with 2 bike lanes, new curbs, and sidewalks. Our application scores are very high, and we are very hopeful. We have 2 high-quality apartment developments coming in 2021. This is a product that Belton has not had. With Class A amenities such as a pool, clubhouse, dog exercise, walking trails that connect the complexes to local shopping, dining, and more. One of our goals has always been to grow our population and provide these types of amenities to our citizens. Along with the residential development I mentioned, we anticipate more growth and development in 2021. The industrial boom is not over. God willing, we will continue to see commercial expansion. Most importantly, coming together as a community is my hope. An example of our community coming together and showing love for our neighbors are these pet rocks that I've picked up along the way that mean a lot to us and our community. It says on the back, enjoy the small things. Pet rocks have been left all throughout our parks throughout. Memorial Park, we've seen them at Cleveland Lake, we've seen them at Main Street. Enjoy this. Be a simple act of kindness that can mean so much to everybody. And this sense of community and togetherness, this is what makes Belton home. I want to take a minute to thank our regional partners. Our staff understands the value and the need for practical partnerships. We partner with our neighboring communities. We partner with Raymore, Cass County, Grandview, as well with the school district, Belton Chamber of Commerce, Cass County Corporation for Economic Development, KCADC, and Mark, to name a few. Working as a regional team is a win-win for everyone. Yes, 2020 has been a challenge. We, as individuals and as a community, have experienced tough times. But when you look around at everything positive going on in our city, it is apparent we are building a better Belton, and we are better together. Thank you.
Congratulations on another year full of wonderful accomplishments and exciting growth in Belton, with so much more to come. Thank you, Mayor, Alexa, City Manager, and the staff for all that you do for the citizens of Belton. And at this time, I would like to introduce Fred Yonker, the 2020 Belton Chamber President-elect.
Thank you, Karen. I also want to start off by saying thank you to the mayor and the rest of the city staff for hosting this virtual event today. Your hard work and willingness to pivot in these unusual times is paramount, and for that we are grateful. 2020, as many of us have already said, has been a year like no other. We have experienced as a country, as a state, and as a community tragedies, heartbreak, and despair in the previous 9 months that would bring most people or communities to their knees. Yet in spite of all of this, we're still standing. We're still standing because as Americans, Missourians, and Beltonians, we know that adversity does not mean defeat. It simply means resolve. I'm so proud to be part of a city and an organization that resolves to do whatever they can to lift up and support our community members and our members as a chamber. The Belton Chamber, through the tireless efforts of Executive Director Diane Huckshorn, her Administrative Assistant Lori Kirkland, the entire Board of Directors, and all of our members have spent this year building a stronger community, a better Belton, and strengthening that resolve. It is my hope that as 2020 comes to a close, we can look forward to a brighter future for our members and our community as a whole. I have been told that it is the hard times in our lives that make the good times that much sweeter. It is with that in mind, it is our goal that we live up to our local credo, proud past, bright future. Our board president, Karen Fletcher, has done an amazing job throughout this extremely trying year in keeping us focused and understanding that this too shall pass. She will be leaving very big shoes for me to fill, but I will take what I've learned from her leadership and continue to fight for the needs of our members as the 2021 Belton Chamber of Commerce Board President. Thank you to everyone for joining us today virtually. We look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Take care, stay safe. With that, I'll turn it back over to Karen.
Well, Fred, thank you so very much for your kind words. I know you're going to do a fantastic job as our 2021 president. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention to you, if you are not a current member and would like to join the Belton Chamber, our application is on the website, and you can also stop by our office at any time. We would love to add you and your business to our growing and diverse membership. And at this time, I just want to thank you again for joining us today. Please stay safe, stay well, and feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions or if we can be of assistance to you. Thank you and have a good day.